Hey guys, can I turn off this music here too? Because I hear that and this, and it's a lot. It's a lot of music at one time. Hey guys, thanks for coming out. I have a muffin top. That's fine. I have a boyfriend now. Thank you. It's this new thing for me. I have a boyfriend that I like and he likes me, which is pretty cool because usually it's just a Midsummer's Night Dream situation where I'm chasing someone and someone else is chasing me and we're just in this centipede of dicks connecting and nobody's getting anything. And Gabe, do you know what I'm talking about? The centipede of the Midsummer, you get it? Or does that happen to you? And it's like last summer I went on a lot of trips and stuff for comedy and people were like jealous of me and stuff, but I was pretty alone and it was really fun, but then I was like, it's also pretty a lonely place. Hey Naomi, hey, you can sit there with my sister if you want, but you don't knock over, it's fine. I'm just talking about whatever. It's fun, like you start something late and then a bunch of people still come after the starting point, which is pretty crazy. So it's just better to just start on time and then everybody will come earlier, right? So welcome, thank you for coming. You guys, so do you guys do TikTok here? Are you guys on TikTok?
Yeah.
It's a real bummer. I mean, I just do it because I have to do it, but I put something up about this. I got over 3,200 views, and as you can see, nobody from that is here. So yeah, it's really random. Speaking of social media, I posted a random video of me doing a joke, and it's at 106,000 views, which is great, but I really thought when that happened I would feel different, and I don't at all. I feel worse, actually, because I got 2 comments, actually 3 comments. One person wrote, "This is really gross. This isn't comedy." And I'm like, well, it is actually. That's what comedy is jokes. And people laugh in the clip, so I know that it's funny. I don't need her to tell me that it's not, But then somebody else commented that my joke was I was like a sideshow performer, which was also very confusing because I was just wearing a regular dress that was a little bit sexy, and I'm like, I don't see anything that interesting about my outfit that would conclude that. So you guys, thank you for coming out. It's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday. I have a boyfriend now that I actually like. I know I mentioned that earlier, but it's just really weird when maybe Sam, you can relate. You want to spend all your time with them, and then you go back to your regular life away from them when you were alone, and you go back to being alone, and you're like, oh, this sucks. I guess I'll just go back and hang out with him more. And it's really hard to separate the 2 parts of you, like the being alone part and getting stuff done, and then the being with the person. Do you guys have this problem? Matt, do you have this problem? I know you have a girlfriend now. How's that going?
It's exactly like you're saying. She's in San Francisco,
So it's
I'm listening to Weezer all the time.
Yeah, I went home on Monday. I didn't see him, and I was like, I guess I'll do some work.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's different when you have like a 9-to-5 job where you're there, you have to do that, and then when you get off, you see them immediately, and that's just your life. This also sounds depressing. I wrote a joke, but it's half-assed because I've been spending all my time with him. I'm like, Andy, you really need to spend some time on comedy too. So that's what this is, I guess. But have you guys here been in love? Just raise your hand if you've experienced it. Okay, cool. So almost everyone. Sorry about that back there. I've actually been in love 3 times. The first time I was thought it was love, but it was just like my friends told me it was. And then the second time I was in love, it was just like security, and it was the centipede, the Midsummer's Night's Dream situation. But I just was like, I guess I'll settle. And then I accidentally got fat, and then I broke up with him and lost like 60 pounds almost immediately. So I'm like, that wasn't good. And then the third time I was in love was actually the first time. So I'm like, finally it happened before I get too old, because that would be a bummer. So anyway, you guys know how wars are started because of love? You guys know about this? Like more in like the 1500s, 1600s when there was less going on. We didn't have like Netflix to do if we were depressed, but we could start a war. Mostly men had the power. I probably couldn't do anything, but I get it now. There's really no punchline. Like I just get it, that feeling, you know. So yeah, this is good. You guys like it? Yeah. I just thought I'd come up here and riff because I really haven't been. I've been trying to write jokes, but it's hard when you're in love. It just takes over your whole brain, and you don't. You're like 2 pieces of fudge that melt together. Oh, I could tell you. So I went to Wildwood, New Jersey. Have you guys been there? It's like is it Atlantic City? What's the one with what is it called? There's the girl. Jersey Shore. Yeah, thank you. Jersey. It's like Jersey Shore adjacent, but it's like more families. It's not really. It's just like mostly the red state, the Republicans. But I was there without my boyfriend, but it was like I was staying in this frat house, and it was like, what is that movie? Oh, the Bates Hotel? It was like in Psycho, where like anybody could enter my room at any time. Like my door locked, but you could still open it. The wind blew through my window because there was a hurricane weather for like 10 minutes, and it blew my door right open. So it was so awful. The guy that ran the space really wanted to hook up with me, and I was like, I'm taken, and it really bummed him out. So he kept like standing outside of my room and talking, and the light, this is crazy, okay? The light that lit up my room was accessed in the hallway, and my door didn't have it wasn't a solid door. It had like slats in it, like an old-fashioned window. So I really had no privacy at all. But they did pay for it, and I also got paid. So I performed. I was the headliner. I did 2 shows. I was like, I'm a comedian. I'm living the dream. I might get raped, but I'm living the dream. But the reason I brought it up is because there's a boardwalk there, and you can buy fudge. And I mentioned fudge earlier. I'll just say one more thing about it before we move to the next person. But do you guys know about this, where because of global warming, the beaches are further away than they used to be, and there was just more beach? I thought that was made up, or I never would have to experience it. But in Wildwood, New Jersey, like you can stay at a motel that's by the water, but then you still have to walk almost 1.2 miles to get to the beach. And it's really crazy. You can see the point where it used to start, but there's all these amusement parks down which is destroying the environment, and which makes all the overweight people, that's who will go, have to walk even further. So it's a really good workout vacation if you want to go. It's really, cheap there. I want to go there. It's horrible. The highlight of my trip was I had this M&M shake that made me feel really sick because I'm lactose intolerant. And my friend who drove me, he got to perform too, so it was a win-win. He also got paid, so it's fine. But he was like, Anne, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to leave early. We're not gonna spend the last night. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. So I did get some fudge for the road. So that was cool. Oh, and then I did get one more M&M milkshake before I left. I have a sweet tooth. My tongue is actually numb from eating so much sugar. So I'm trying to cut back, because I heard that if you wait a month of no sugar, your tongue goes back to normal and you can taste better again. So anyway, you guys, this is great. I'm glad I got to do this open mic I put together. So cool. Matt, do you want to go first, or Honey Crush, do you want to go? Oh, so we'll do Matt first, and then you guys will get to hear the best music of your life. She's really talented. So, all right, you guys. If you wanna, this is Matt. He also produces shows. So he's a good person to know, I guess. And I don't know what he's gonna do. It's experimental. You can do whatever you want as long as it's somewhat interesting and you're not hating on women in bad taste. I'm just kidding. I'd rather you not. Have you guys seen the Barbie movie? My favorite part is when I farted for a really long time because no one could hear it because the movie was so loud. But it was a great movie. It was a celebration of women. But I left early because I didn't like it. Yeah, I know that's anti-women to say, but we really needed that movie to tell men stuff, I guess. It was a lesson. Because there's a part where there's a whole speech where they're like, you have to be, if you're a woman, you can't be too thin or too fat, and there's like a whole lesson in there, and I'm like, I just don't want to be lectured to when I see a movie. But a lot of people needed it, so I'm glad that they did it, but I didn't really care for it. Anyway, you guys ready to clap it up for Matt Proctor?
Actually, Matt Proctor couldn't be here tonight. He has bursitis.